dollar amounts are amazing. And every school district does not do that. So I'm proud of that, and I think you can be proud too of all these good workers. About a week ago, I asked my wife, Marble, what should I talk about? And she said about 3.5 minutes. So I'm going to try to do that. But I have to start from 1885. But don't get worried, that's when my great aunt graduated from Redwood Falls High School. And she was in the first graduating class. And there were 6 girls, I found out, in that class. So, to follow through, there's one generation. The next generation, my father, Bob Pryor, graduated in 1918. My brother, Father Bob Pryor, sitting right down there, graduated in 1945. I graduated in 1948. As Joyce suggested, my son Joe graduated in 77, followed by Ann, Mike, Pat, and Matt. So we represent a lot of time. And we sang it a few times at the state tournament, if you recall. But anyway, I always get chills when I sing that song and played it on the trombone. We had about 5 bands really at that time. We had a marching band. We had a concert band. I played in the city band. We had a Hoopies band. And what else? A pep band. So we were busy, and we all enjoyed, of course, Lindy, and I noticed he's on the hall out there. That's a nice display. In case you haven't seen it, it brings back a lot of fond memories. But anyway, I could give you a litany of people that have helped me along the way, of course, starting with my family. But I do want to mention, Reed Gray was superintendent the whole time I was going to school. George Ramses came in my sophomore year, and he was my homeroom teacher. And he taught history, among other things. C.O. Halverson taught geometry and algebra. And who else was I going to mention? Virgil Sale just got out of the Navy, and he was in tip-top shape. And I'll never forget, there was a rope that you were to climb in the gymnasium, and some rings to swing on. And I thought we'd all be killed. It was life and death. But he was preparing us for the Navy. But he wasn't too far off, because most of the guys in our class ended up in service and were involved in the Korean War. But that was the bad news. The good news is we all received the GI Bill, and that's how we got our education. But there were no scholarships at that time, so you either had the money or you didn't. But I would like to also thank the school for so many things in the community. They were always involved. There's a joint powers agreement with the city for the pool and the athletic field and some of those things. I found a brochure the other day that we had at the bench, and it talks about the tradition of excellence. It talks about high tech. It talks about outstanding opportunities and extracurricular. It talks about air conditioning. It talks about the community Center. And when you look back, it was a wonderful thing to move this high school to this campus where everything is in one place. It's so efficient, so well run, and so much fun. I would like to mention one thing is I not only learned the 3 hours, but I learned a lot more, and we had excellent role models, and we still have, and mentors that we looked up to. And I learned how to type. In fact, our logo would be a manual typewriter, I think, for our generation. And it seemed it opened a lot of doors for me. It did a lot of work for me. And it was just something that we all needed to know. And now I know they start keyboarding in the grade school. I'm sure my 3.5 minutes is up. I never dreamt that I'd talk this long. But I do appreciate being nominated and inducted to this Hall of Fame.